Welcome back here with us on Times Now. Viewers, with uncertainty around Iran conflict continuing, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged citizens of India to become bhagidars for a stronger and more self-reliant India. He made 7 appeals to the nation yesterday, and these reminded people of the COVID-era restrictions. He urged citizens to conserve foreign exchange reserves by reducing consumption of fuel and avoid travelling abroad at least for a year. He wants citizens to limit excessive gold purchases for 1 year and prioritize work from home whenever possible. Now, this is primarily because of surge in crude oil prices. Now, viewers, India meets 85% of its energy needs via imports, and a surge in crude oil prices means higher import bill. So these efforts are actually being announced to reduce pressure on India's import bill. First up, let's explain to you what the Prime Minister wants people to do. He wants people to avoid buying gold at least for 1 year. He wants people to reduce petrol and diesel consumption, basically work from home whenever there is a possibility. Then he wants people to cut down on cooking oil use. If it's unnecessary, then he's asking people to just reduce it. And he wants people to use public transport more. He's also asked people to avoid unnecessary foreign travel at least for a year. He's asked people to avoid using chemical fertilizers. He wants people to buy and use more and more made in India or indigenous products. Now, all of this is because of what is happening across West Asia. Now, here's what the increase in crude oil prices can really lead to and why the government is really concerned right now. So, you've got the, if crude oil prices actually rise by $10 per barrel, then your import bill can actually rise by $13 to $15 billion. So, this is the biggest concern that the government has right now. Every $10 per barrel increase in crude oil prices can increase our retail inflation, महंगाई, by 55 to 60 basis points. Now, this is as per experts in the current financial year. It can widen our current account deficit as well by 35 to 40 basis points in the current financial year. This is again according to experts and the calculations that they have made. As a result, our overall GDP growth is likely to suffer as well. It can hurt the GDP growth by 0.5%, and this is just $10 per barrel increase in the crude oil prices. Now, viewers, before the war began on 27th of February, the crude oil prices, Brent crude prices were around $73 per barrel, and they have now crossed $110 per barrel. And that's the reason why, in fact, what we can tell you is that there is a cause of concern, because every $10 increase, $10 per barrel increase in crude oil prices will have a direct impact on our economy. But the government is also trying to allay concerns. Here's what the oil minister had to say.
Let me tell you categorically, we have no supply side problems. Today, the country has more than enough stocks of crude oil, LNG and LPG. We have ramped up our domestic production of LPG, which used to be 36,000 metric tons per day. We have now taken it up to 54,000 metric tons per day. And also, be very clear that this prolongation of this is creating a fiscal strain. My oil companies are losing 1,000 crores a day. Their under recoveries are in the tune of nearly 1,90,000.